Well, hey everybody, I hope you're all having a great weekend. I know I'm long overdue for an update, but I kind of figured I'm at a point now I can kind of really show that what I was going for, I was actually able to pull off. All the electronics are primarily in the units. You can see here, this guy's picking up that, this camera's picking up that. I was hoping to have the unit fully self-contained. I'm still running it off of a bench supply only because the batteries that I had chosen, which were really an ongoing chore here, trying to find the right battery. My first choice ended up being just a little bit too wide, although it was narrow, wouldn't have fit. Okay, so we move on to the next one. A little higher capacity, a little bit narrower but thicker, so it wouldn't work. The one that I finally settled on were these. Unfortunately, I bought these many years ago, and the voltage was 1.6 volts, set off the alarm on my charger, so I'm not even going to risk trying to push it. I just will classify these as dead and destroy them accordingly. So I did order new ones, but then as I was going through my stuff on the other side of the workshop, I came across, well here, before I even picked this guy up, I ran across these. These are 10440 lithium-ion batteries. They're 600 milliamp hour, 3.7 volts. They're about the size of a AAA. These are the batteries I think I'm going to go with, mainly because I don't need to provide a charging port like I would with this. With this, I can literally just put in an appropriate fixture at the bottom and just have the battery going through the back, spring-loaded. Put this cap would actually be metal and be coupled to a lead inside that would take the signal down, and that would be my battery. And you just simply take it out and charge it like you would any other lithium poly battery in the appropriate socket or carrier. Sorry, God, I hate doing these videos. But anyways, as you can see here, it is as I was saying, it's doable to put all the electronics in necessary for these things to be what the show tried to imply. Now, I still got a lot more to do. I've got to come up with a good screen material for along here. Got to have cut out here for the camera, obviously, but I want to try to keep this thing as close to the prop as possible. But you know, everything here works as was to be expected. So I'm glad here. This is the push to talk. Well, that's right. I blew out somehow blew out the amplifier and speaker on this one for the transmitter's audio. And that's why I'm going to be setting these guys aside and bring the other four up to this stage and let these guys finish being my test beds. Let's see. Yeah, that's the feedback. So as I say, this one's working just fine. This one's got a bad amplifier. Got to tear into it, but I'm going to come up with some sort of a fix here. But I can't sell this to somebody. Well, actually, it was being made for my friend R. Warren, and I'll give him one of the two others because I've learned a lot as I put these things together, and the next two pair will benefit from that. But this is my transmit. This is, I'm not sure what I'm going to make that. This may actually be the off button, and this may be the on button, or actually the other way around. This may be the on button, this may be the off button, but here's the buttons that take me through the various functions. That switches what comes up on the screen. This will take us into the eavesdropping mode here. When this is on, you can see, or the other prop can see what's going on, but this doesn't really know. And you can also hear the da-da-da-da-da-da. You can hear the echo That's the spy mode. We'll go back in here. It's also the volume. That's what these buttons here do. The two blocker up and down, or scroll forward and back, and this is the E function. And of course, then you got your second electronic or computer screen, which they really didn't talk about in the show, and I kind of know why, because this would have been kind of hard to pull off back when the show was on. Still don't know what I'm going to do about this button right now. This is just bare metal foil on the knob just for the video. I'll come up with something a little bit better. These two are actually miniature drain plugs. I wanted these to be acoustically transparent because the bottom is the speaker for my effects, and the top is, oh, stop it, the top, jeez, oh, I'm sorry, I'm touching the damn, I can't figure out why I couldn't stop it. I'm touching the zero on the side, so let's set that back down. I'm glad to be at this point finally with the props. There's still more work to be done. I got to come up with stencils, decals, or whatever to put the white lettering on here. I may solicit the help from somebody in the forum, or I may attempt to do it myself. Either way, just so happy that in fact I could get this to work. So I think it turned out pretty nice. Stay tuned. There'll be more videos. I guess there's not a huge amount of interest in this because the number of views for these videos aren't what I would expect. So for those few that are interested in it, stay tuned. There'll be more to come. So anyways, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye.